Welcome, welcome. Does my face look tired? Hmm? Does my face look tired? I've just arrived. So, welcome back to DOREEN'S African Experiences. It's been a minute. My face looks so tired. But if I don't do the review now, I'm not going to do it later. The way I know myself. Oh, thanks for the like, Ghosty. If I don't do the review now, I won't do it later. I've just arrived back from Gulu. I was there for 5 days. So this is my review, general. This was my first time to go to Gulu. Gulu is located in the northern part of Uganda, I believe. There are multiple districts in between before you arrive. My God, my face looks exhausted. First and foremost, I want you to understand that this country is so big. Like, I strongly believe the maps that were drawn for us, that we know, that we look at, are wrong. And I strongly believe this because if you've traveled through this country as much as I have, hi Marad, you will discover that the country is so big. You know, the population that you're all worried about, oh, so many people, some people are not that many. There is enough space for probably 3 times the current population we have. There is enough space. So space is not a problem because I've discovered this, I've seen this so many times. When you're traveling, you're going to come across so much vast land, which means it can be occupied. Then the second thing I've noticed is that ideally, I'm not gonna lie, I think Gulu has probably some of the most beautiful green I've seen. I mean, I know Western Uganda does have beautiful green, but there is something about Gulu. Every single picture I've taken there has come naturally edited. I've not had to edit any work, not even a picture from there. Something about their sky. Their sky is so cool, so calm. When you take a picture there, it's perfect. I don't know how to explain it. You know, it's something that people will tell you when you leave Africa and you go to Europe. They'll tell you that your face becomes more clear for some reason. So I think the weather is kind of an attribute to that. But they have some of the coolest skies. Like their skies are so cool. They are so calm. I don't know, maybe I went at the perfect time. I don't know. But their skies, when it comes to pictures there, the pictures always come out perfect. The pictures are perfect there. Non-edited. And that is one of the, I mean, as someone who is into photography and stuff like that, I had fun doing, I made as many videos as I possibly could. So the weather is good. Most people will say it's hot, it's this. Maybe, like I said, maybe I went at the perfect time, okay? So I'm going to speak for the time I've experienced. For me, the weather was perfect. The rain would come, but it would stop, and then the sun would come. And I think that's common for most parts of Uganda. Though yesterday the rain was a bit persistent, but I believe it was necessary. You know, the weather, just know the weather has been perfect. That one I have to say. So away from the weather, the people. Now let's talk about the people. So first and foremost, language. That can't be their fault that I can't speak their language, definitely. But majority, if not all, speak English. Now that is interesting. So it means that even if you went there and you're a foreigner, you would be understood. People there are very curious. They are very curious. They are very, very curious, like in a good way. I think you can it's easy for them to spot someone who is not from there. It's so easy for them to spot someone who is not from there because they speak a lot of their local language. So ideally, when you don't speak it, they know because 95 to 100%, all the people there speak that language. Um, then there is also the concept that I've discovered that people there are, I'm not going to say all of them, but I'm going to say the majority that I've experienced are very honest people. So it actually led me to believe why most of them become very furious with people from other parts of the country, because they don't understand how people are so quick. Because, hi Kalish, because when you leave the area for the first time and you go somewhere else, you're going to be struck with so much differences. Because I know most of them, when they come, like, let's say to Kampala for the first time, they are shocked. They don't understand how people do things. It's not that they do them wrong, it's just the people here do things strangely. The speed and the pace at which we work at from Kampala is so different, like in all aspects. But the people up there are really, really nice people. I'm okay, Kalish. How are you? They're very nice. Also, I think the people that are probably dishonest there have left at some point. They've left that area and gone somewhere else, probably central areas. But the people that have been there for a very long time are genuinely nice people. Like when you meet someone that's actually been there, they've grown up, been raised, they've schooled, they're genuine people. So that is another concept that I've actually discovered. For a moment, it has been nice to be among genuine people because they'll tell you, yeah, you're from, I'm from Uganda. It is nice to meet people who show you their true emotions, like to your face. Someone will smile at you and the smile will be real. Someone will not smile at you when they don't want to smile at you. Now, for me, I find that fascinating. I like that because I like honesty. I'm one of those people that loves honesty. I don't like people faking energy around me. So that is another thing I've appreciated there. And also they are helpful. They're very helpful. Like when you ask, okay, one thing I've also discussed, I think it's the language barrier that caused that. Because when you when you ask someone a question, like for a direction, they'll never say no. Like I don't know. They'll just say jump, let's go. And then you're halfway the journey, or and then this person is seriously doesn't know where you're going. And then you have to now start asking different people, like, where can we find this? So I think the language barrier was the problem for that. Also, there is no bargaining there. I think bargaining in the sense that because majority of them are actually genuine people and honest, when they tell you a price, that's the price. So most of them don't bargain. You know how here, let me give you an example. In central Uganda, every price you're given can be challenged. Every single price, it can be challenged. Every price. In fact, even business owners set up businesses waiting for you to come and challenge the price because they know you will come and challenge it. Up there, they'll tell you the price and it will be the price. It will be the price. So that is another thing that I've actually found very fascinating because I like bargaining. I found myself having no room to bargain. I couldn't bargain on anything because everything was just laid out there. There is that. People were really nice. Yeah, actually, people were really nice. I didn't have many challenges that were impossible to handle. Generally, the people were nice. Now, that is something that is, I understand that Ugandans are generally welcoming people, but then there is a difference between being welcoming, expecting something, and just being welcoming without expecting anything. So up there, they will welcome you without expecting anything from you. In fact, it is the first place I've been to where people didn't try asking me for anything. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying someone being nice to you without expecting anything in return for them being nice. That is new for me. What was the other thing? So now let's leave that. The food was good. Actually, that was the first time I've probably eaten posho in my life that was done right. I'm not even lying. So if anybody actually knows how to make posho, it is them. Trust and believe. That is the first posho I've eaten in my life that was done right. Now that is a new concept for. I was actually quite happy. I know someone in my life who loves posho so much. I think that person would be so happy up there because the posho is done right, right. Because ah, I ate that posho and it felt perfect, and I wanted to eat more. And also they do actually have a lot of matoke there. Um, they do it perfectly because I also had it the other day. Their food is actually really good. It's very good. Beautiful smile. Thank you. What was it? Though the prices, now this one here, you have to go. So things are not so expensive, but they're also not cheap. So things are in the middle there, middle prices. So when you go there, it will be easy for you to actually find a place to stay because you can easily find a hotel of 25, 30,000 a night, a decent place, secure. Oh, another thing there is security up there. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it feels very safe. Let me give you an example. When I'm moving in Kampala, I cannot hold my phone like this, really recklessly, walking anyhow. I can't. I can't. You're alert. You're like, oh, someone might snatch my phone. I was moving in Gulu town for almost 4 days, and there was no point where anybody attempted to snatch my phone or where anybody even warned me and like, oh, they'll steal your phone. Nothing. Like, that is the type of security I'm talking about. I didn't move out a lot at night. I only moved one day, but the streets still had people on. It didn't feel like something I should worry about. Hi, Peter. Yeah, walking anyhow. Me, I just be walking anyhow because I like to try out different streets. Oh, yeah. So there is safety there. It's actually a really safe place. I actually quite admire that. The people are peaceful. So you cannot go a full week in Kampala without hearing of someone screaming, thieves, thieves. I was in Gulu town for almost a week. There was no point where I had thieves. Anyone screaming, thieves, help, nothing. People are just minding their business. People are coming, they're working, they're just going about their day. So I feel like there is that, or maybe they're actually really strict there when it comes to things like that. So people know they don't attempt because I mean human nature, but I didn't see it. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't see it with my own eyes. So I feel like there is actually more safety there. It's like people watch out for each other, you know? Yeah, carelessly. Yeah, because there was a day I just woke up and I started walking. I walked so many streets. Okay, this is the only problem I saw there. Kalish, I don't have WhatsApp. The only problem that I saw up there was the roads. The roads are beautiful. Don't get me wrong, actually. Their roads are probably better than our roads here. Actually, yeah, they are. They are better. It's not even actually, they are better. But yo, the way they are done, the way they built them, they're so confusing. You know how the northern bypass around Nalia is built? One wrong turn and you're literally in a whole different place. That's how their roads are. You make one turn and they're so identical. Like their junctions look alike. So if you don't know the place, if you don't know the place, one wrong turn, you find yourself on a whole different street, a whole different street. And I think the people there, they are good drivers, but I also think most of them are having a hard time using the roads themselves. Yeah, that's also another thing that I noticed. Uh, oh, everything we have, majority of everything we have in Central, they have. I mean, I saw Shopwise there. I was like, yo, Shopwise, that's a long stretch. So they have pretty much everything we have here. Yeah, they do. They actually do. Their nightlife is actually really nice. Oh, and their nightlife is really cheap, very cheap. So if you went there with like, well, 500K for nightlife, you'd be like the dawn of the area. Their bars are really built well. Their restaurants too, but they're actually affordable. I think Kampala does have the most expensive nightlife. That's true. They do. What else? Is there anything else? I've talked about the people, I've talked about the food, the but in general, I'm so happy I went. It was such a good experience. Everyone is nice. Like, I don't know, maybe because I was a foreigner, which I highly doubt, because they were also nice to each other, you know. I remember there was a day I went and withdrew money, and I think I asked for change. I gave the guy like a 50, and then I had another 50. And the guy had forgotten that I gave him the money. And then I just told him I gave it to you. He didn't even go back and forth with me. He was like, okay, let me try to remember, and then he's like, okay, yes, you gave it to me. And I did. I had given it. So, but here in Central, if such a thing happened to you, my dear, how you'd go back and forth. Hey, thief, you're a thief, liar. And eventually, after a lot of counting, then they would finally accept that you gave it to them. Chances are high they won't, you know. There is safety. It is safe. For me, that's very important. For me, the people are nice. There is less demand. People don't, like people, even the people who are like bayai is like people who are like untruthful. They are so few, and even those ones are not even doing it right. They are not even doing it right, which shows that they are practically not that type of people, but they probably try, or circumstances or something, and they still fail at being whatever that is. And the beautiful sceneries. It's so beautiful there, yo. It's so beautiful. They have these trees that have been posting. Even I think my cover has it. Those trees, man, they are so beautiful. They're everywhere. The gentleman who hired me to go and roof his house, he was telling me that he was once told that the trees grew by themselves. But wow, if they grew by themselves, that is insane, because they're so beautiful. They are so, so beautiful. The people, me, honestly, I've dealt with the people that are really, really nice, they're nice. And for me, that is important for me, definitely. One of those places I must go back to. I must influence more people to go with me next time. It was a good experience. It was a good experience. The journey was not as hectic. If you have the right bus, because I set off like at 7:40, but I've been here by 2 something, you know.